in the daylight, you are called a founding father. Yet in the night, you grab the land from the same vulnerable people. This is pure greed, and Namibians should speak out without any fear or favor or bias.
Henny Seibeb, deputy leader of the Landless People's Movement LPM, stated that the nation's founding father has acquired hectares of land, while the people on the ground are fighting to obtain land.
Former President Nujoma owns Farm Ndeitunga, making him a commercial farmer. As you drive on the Otavi highway, you see the farm. It's having a petrol station, fuel station. He makes money out of that fuel station. It goes to his pocket. Now the same former President Nujoma has gotten off a huge tract of land in the Chumkwe district, which was allegedly given to him by the late Chief Arnold in that area. And allegedly he also owns huge tract of land in the Kavango regions and still farms in Okahao communal areas, apart from owning several properties, both known and unknown, in commercial towns of Namibia.
According to Seibeb, former President Pohamba, who has allegedly opened a case against generational farmers and retirees, has also obtained a huge land.
Another one, case study, former President Hifikepunye Pohamba. Former President Hifikepunye Pohamba, the Mo Ibrahim Democracy and Good Governance winner, is also a commercial farmer, by the way. Currently, he has opened a case against the generational farm workers and pensioners who only know that farm to be evicted in 10 days. But here are the letters that these people must live in 10 days. It's actually not a group of people. It's just an old man and their wife. Now they have been there before President Pohamba bought that farm. This is cruel, evil, and inhumane from a former head of state. We thought that he could at least spare these two old pensioner couple and offer them servitude. What we mean here is that small camp that he has let these pensioners to live or to stay on, if President Pohamba wants to sell that camp or any other camp at his farm, we don't reject the notion that he did not buy it, but in humanitarian crisis, he could easily give that piece of land to these old people so that they have ownership over it, so that even when he sells in future the farm, at least those two couple can be allowed to stay on. Where else will these two old people go? And President Pohamba ought to know this because he was the president of this country and also a minister of lands and resettlement. Now, I think he must have only used rhetoric of land resettlement so that he could become president. Former President Pohamba is also serving as a headman in Pohamba region, I think Okangwati also. This means he has vast tract of land in his ancestral land. He sits over. I don't think he stays much of his time at his farm here. No, he lives there because he's the headman. Now imagine that greediness. You are in ownership of a communal land. You are in ownership of a commercial land. And he also owns, I understand, vast tract of land in one of the Kavango regions.
Seibeb further added that despite being the vanguard of a recent operation against land grabbers in Windhoek, Namibian Police Force Inspector General Sebastian Ndeitunga has acquired land, much to the surprise of the LPM leadership.
I understand the Inspector General was also having land about 8 kilometers from Oshivelo towards Ondangwa on that third road. He was constructing a house on that land. He also obtained land in Kavango region, allegedly in a dubious manner from someone else. Now, this is very serious. And this is the same General, Lieutenant General Sebastian Ndeitunga, whose citizenship is questionable. Judge Tamasep still has to come back on that one. How do you come from elsewhere? You dispossessed weak people from their land. And in Windhoek, you have an audacity to call other people land grabbers.
The LPM vows to continue fighting for those in search of a piece of land to call their own.